Hello, I played this game yesterday and thought it was an interesting one. So here I am making a video about it. And he's got all the good specialists. We are left with the mass arclight and the sledges I don't want to play. So I guess I'm picking this one. I don't like this combo though with giant specialist. Because balls are quite good with Mustangs, and with giant specialist you kind of want to go giants. And the only good clear option is Vulcan, and Vulcan balls is kind of a strange combination. And I'm making crawlers to combat against the stormcallers. And I want to push with the balls and against the storms for sure. And he's building one fang and one marksman. I don't think the marksman is very smart. Or I don't know, maybe it's okay. I think he should have gone for crawlers instead of. The steel balls are quite useless here against what he has. So I'm kinda looking to get out of them, but they level on the first turn and I might be stuck with them. It's sometimes bad to level your first units because they give so much XP to the enemy. But the enemy's setup, like the storms, I don't care at all about the storm levels, so it's fine to give him experience. So basically there's deployment spec and supply spec. And I picked the supply spec because I'm a giant specialist. Basically they are the same, right? In the beginning, like if you want one more deployment you just pay 50. This is just 4 deployments in the late game, but this is more versatile early game. And I'm giant spec, so my deployments cost a lot of money. So here, because his cost control and his fangs are kinda forward, I'm already thinking about replicating them. And I'm keeping the balls around so that he won't go Vulcan here. And the first rounds are kinda terrible, because what I really need here is Mustangs to clear the chaff. But I don't want to build Mustangs as a giant specialist. So it's kind of weird. So I'm setuping the crawler positions here. And I haven't decided yet what I wanna do. Maybe go replicate crawler, maybe go into whirlwind rhinos. Maybe go into Mustangs later, I don't know yet. So here the speed spec is very good with the crawlers and balls. This is not good at all, like the steel balls aren't doing anything here. The only thing the steel balls are doing is preventing him from going Mustang. Or what's it called? Vulcan, I mean. He could go Vulcan here, it would be fine for him, I think, but this is okay against it. And since I'm still setuping the crawlers and looking at what he's doing, I'm building an overlord just to win the round. But he's building more marksmen, which is kinda strange. And they countered the overlord early game. And he's using 2 missiles. You should never waste money like that. Like, he doesn't gain anything from winning the round. He doesn't have any high value targets to level, so the experience is kinda useless. And he doesn't have any giants on board or anything that does heavy damage to me. So even if he wins a round, it's like small amounts of damage, it's whatever. So here, this is a very good card. I was so kind of afraid he will go Mustangs with it. But still I'll take the subsidized crawler because this turn will be very good for me. We already have 1 guy leveled here. And this we will win for sure this round. This we will win for sure. I'm expecting heavy levels from this subsidized crawler card with the speed specialist. And what you can do with this is you can commit, for example, rhinos are looking really good here. And he's going aerial spec marksman against my 1 boat that I can sell. Yeah, so the rhinos are looking quite good here against the marksman and storms and the heavy amount of chaff he's got. And he will be probably going into a vulcan next turn. The incendiary is quite a strong one for him, I think. But yeah, the position here is that the Fang Shield maybe changed things a little bit because I can't go Whirlwind Rhinos here. I could go Whirlwind Rhinos like here, mobile beacon them. From here to here or from here to here, it would be quite a good play. I don't exactly remember what I did. But I am giant specialist also. Okay, I remember this. So here I'm expecting a vulcan. I'm expecting a vulcan here. And or vulcan or Mustangs. So he's gonna do something here, like this is looking really scary. He will get instantly replicated here. So here is gonna be Mustangs or vulcan. And here as well. And I'm suspecting he's shielding this because of the smoke bomb. But there's no way he's shielding this. So I'm not smoke bombing the storms or the fangs, I'm smoke bombing what's coming here. And against us, I can't shield anything. If he goes incendiary, then he goes it. Not quite sure about the vulcan play. I guess I'm expecting to lose here to a missile or something, and I want to clear all this chaff. Like there's 4 chaff coming this way, so the vulcan can clear everything. And I'm committing into the crawlers more because there's no way he can defend them all this turn, I think. And it's pretty cheap tech that makes them very scary. And with the subsidized crawler card, you can always just, when they level, you win the early rounds, they level, then you can just sell them for profit. I like the card a lot. So yeah, it's a vulcan here. And we are losing here. The crawlers are quite strong here. He needs a lot of time to counter them. He needs to build like 4 vulcans. Now I remember something. I picked charge ammo here. And build Mustangs. And I get actually a lot of questions on my stream, live stream. Like people are asking why I'm building Mustangs into a Vulcan. But for example here, what the Vulcan does is that it grills all my crawlers. Like here and here. And the crawler's job now is to clear the fangs. And if the crawlers die, the fangs are alive. And if I build something like a fortress or melting point or whatever, single target damage or more balls, they are just gonna be stuck on the fangs. So the first step is to kill the fangs. And then we can deal with the Vulcan somehow. But here we got the charge ammo, and it's a big counter to the Vulcan because it removes his range technology. So the Mustangs will outrange the Vulcan. So the Vulcan is not doing anything to the Mustangs with the charge ammo. It's quite a good counter. And then when I build the Mustangs, if we lose the round, we only take a little bit of damage. Like only one giant will survive or something like that. And then he needs to be really scared if we go like a fortress with barrier on top of this. Or we could also go more crawlers, because if he's expecting the fortress with barrier, he could go like melting points. And we just go like more crawlers into the flanks, and the Vulcan can't clear them, and then he's dead again. And the melters do nothing, so I think the Mustang is quite powerful here. And he actually goes melting point right now. I guess it was to counter the Vulcan. No. So he's already expecting some kind of counter to the Vulcan. And no techs on the Vulcan yet. And the smoke bomb is helping us a lot here. Like here, the Mustangs are doing quite a bit of damage to the Vulcan. The Vulcan can tank the Mustangs only when it starts to level and gets a health item. Before that you can deal with them with the Mustangs. Just shield for the fire or the range. And here we go with the cards. I remember this why this game was interesting to me. I picked the extended range 4 factory. I think it's a very sick card. This is the first time I'm ever picking it. It wasn't introduced to the game. Or it was introduced only a little while ago. And I don't have the carry text on my war factory, like launcher, overload and range, but I do have the range and I'll go with. Like, this is crazy, it has 170 range. And the melting point has, with the range it has 145, so it outranges the melting point. So now all we need to do is clear the fangs and the factory will kill the rest. And here I think this was a big mistake, this range. I think I should go missile interceptor here first, because there's no melting point here yet. And I see the leveled storms, he has 3 level storms, and this incendiary bomb was expected here. I don't know what I thought about the Vulcan drop, but I should have defended it. Like, look at this guy. Look where he's shooting, that's so crazy. It's taking a lot of damage from the storm because both towers died at the same time. It's not usually this weak. I think I have been selling crawlers from here to get some money. And now we go to missile interceptor. The level on this guy would be quite good, but guess I was afraid of this flank. So I put Mustangs there to defend it and clear the fangs better, so our war factory isn't stuck on them. So we couldn't afford the level. I think I don't know what we sold, but I think we should have sold the Vulcan here. Maybe we could level this guy. I don't know how many Vulcans the missile interceptor counters, but I would suspect there will be some fire left from this. I don't use War Factory that often, maybe I should test it. He's trying to missile my Mustangs, I think. I forgot to level this also. Yeah, there's some fire. .185 range. This guy is just casually shooting from the other side of the map. I think this unit is quite crazy with the card. So that's the game. It wasn't that special, but I think it was a pretty interesting one how the card choices gave us the strategy we were playing. Like first we got the speed specialist, and then we paired the speed specialist with the subsidized crawler, so it kinda gave us an out to go into crawlers. Like they were super good here. And then with the Mustangs, probably my usual response would be to go fortress with barrier, but with the extended range war factory card we end up going the factories, and it ended up working quite nicely. So thanks for watching.